Hello, welcome. 5 top reasons why Toronto is a great city to live in. If you already live in Toronto, well, this video is going to assure you that you made a really good decision. And if you're thinking to move into Toronto, this video will help you make up your mind. My name is Sadat, real estate in Toronto, and today I want to talk to you about why Toronto is a great city to live in. I moved here about 7 years ago and I love it. And fun fact about me and about Toronto, my Persian name is Tarane. People can't say Tarane, so they call me Tarani. So one day I was like, Tarani is very close to Toronto. Why don't I just change my name to Toronto? Because I love Toronto. And then my friends are like, don't do that because people are not going to take you seriously. I was like, okay. But I was seriously considering it. Okay, let's get to it. Reason number 1 why you should live in Toronto is that Toronto is the most multicultural city in the world, in the whole world. Think about that. There is literally every ethnicity you can think of living in Toronto, everyone together. So wherever in the world you are and you want to move in Toronto, Toronto is home to everyone. 50% of the people that live in Toronto are born outside of Canada. So you can find the best of the best from all around the world in Toronto. So that's a benefit you have. You don't have to fly across the globe to see what's happening in China or Japan because we have a little small something of all the countries here. Reason number 2 why Toronto is a great city to live in is that Toronto, based on the website I was searching on, is the 4th safest city in the world. Based on some other articles, it could actually be the 3rd. Sometimes it's the 2nd, sometimes it's the 5th, but still is in the top 5 safest city in the world. And when people are considering moving, safety is something that they really care about. It's gonna be really difficult for you to find a city safer than Toronto because there's only a few. And that is pretty accurate because from my own experience, my sister moved out when she was 18, and she lives alone all by herself right now, and she could definitely not do that back home in Iran. Absolutely not. People live with their parents until they're 30 and for different reasons, but you can't just move out when you're 18. It's just not safe for someone to live alone. But here, so safe. So safe you can go out at 2 a.m. at night for a walk and nothing will happen to you. That's good. That's a leverage. Reason number 3, Toronto offers high quality healthcare. People that immigrate to Canada can enjoy free world-class healthcare. In fact, some of the best hospitals in the world are located in Toronto, including the Sick Kids Hospital, the best children's cancer hospital on the planet, as well as Toronto General Hospital, which is the best hospital in Canada. And other than that, there are plenty of other medical centers and walk-in clinics spread out everywhere in the city that you have access to. There is literally a walk-in clinic at every intersection. Not only Toronto offers amazing world-class health care, they promote a healthy lifestyle. There are so many walking trails, so many countless parks, not to mention how many lakes we have in Toronto, Ontario. Toronto is walkable, it's bikeable, and if you're like me and you like to hit the gym often, there are so many gyms. They're well equipped and they're usually not expensive at all. It's affordable for everybody. Reason number 4 that Toronto is amazing to live in is that Toronto is Canada's economic engine. Being the capital of the province of Ontario, Toronto is the largest city in Canada, and it is the country's economic, entertainment, and socio-political center. In other words, business is booming in Toronto, and that is fact. You cannot drive downtown Toronto and not see a new skyscraper going up. So where I come from, Tehran, Iran, it's a thing for everybody to go to university and everybody to get a degree, and they do. But the problem is that once you get your degree and you get out of university, there is no jobs. There is literally no jobs. But if you decide to work in Toronto, I guarantee that in at least 1 week, you will find a job. There are jobs out here. And the city's commitment to upgrading and modernizing the infrastructure means that Toronto will remain an amazing city to live and do business in. Honestly, Toronto is a land of opportunities. For people that actually have a goal and want to get it, it's impossible not to get it if you come here And if you work for it, you'll get it. And the last reason, there is so many more as I said, but in this video I'm gonna cover 5. Reason number 5 why Toronto is great, amazing to live in is that Toronto is truly a foodie's paradise. And I am a food lover, I love food. I have never had so much variety that I have here in Toronto. They literally call Toronto the food lovers' heavens. Fun fact actually, Toronto is the second largest financial center in North America. Where else would you want to live? Another fun fact, not really fun, I mean amazing, is that Canada's banking system ranks first in the G7 for the 11th year and is one of the soundest in the world. And for example, let me tell you how many restaurants we have in just one city of Toronto. Over 7,500 restaurants around the city in 158 neighborhoods. Some other websites reports 8,100 restaurants. So I'm assuming the number is just going up and up, which is good for me. If you're ever in Toronto and you want to try out some new food, either you're Persian or if you're not, I definitely recommend you try out some Persian restaurants. I might actually make a video about the best Persian restaurants in Toronto, but I'm assuming after Iran itself, Toronto has most Persian restaurants. Maybe I'm mistaken, maybe LA is first and then Toronto, but we definitely have a lot of Persian restaurants here and they are amazing. I am literally drooling even talking about it. But the food here in Toronto is just spectacular.